Hey, it's the Fort Worth Playboy.
And my Playboys Bunny.
And, in sales, we always kind of like try to override the, I need to ask my spouse objection, which is a very common objection. Are you, the sole, decision maker? And if not, So if they say they have to ask their wife, we always say, hey, bring her along.
Yeah.
Let her know, that, you're going to do this. And we're talking about personal training, by the way. We own a gym and, we work with people. And it's a process. So I get this guy. He applies. He says, I need to lose like 30, 50 pounds. And the man
He truly needed to lose 50, 80 pounds.
We work with people that if they get to our doorstep, they need personal training, coaching, diet. And this man needed it.
Yeah.
Late 40s, at least 80 to 100 pounds overweight.
Seriously.
And I get him through the very first workout, which, we kind of like hold their hand, make sure they're okay. And he needs it. He can't do a whole lot.
No.
Which is fine. You're not supposed to be able to do a lot. So we go into the office. I set him down, kind of go through the presentation. And he says, hey, I need to, I want to do this. And I'm on board. We fill out the paperwork. And he's got his credit card. He's like, but I need to go ask my wife. And the man had said before, there's two in this decision. I said, of course. And he said, she's out in the car. I'm going to go talk to her real quick. And so, I don't like hovering, so I get up from the office. He goes out into the parking lot and, we have windows. And as I'm standing there, he gets in the car and I'm still standing. It's like 3 to 5 minutes later. And then he pulls out and they leave. So I guess he had asked the wife and she said no. You're like, this benefits everyone.
Yes.
And you as a man, you may be challenged. Your wife, your women in your life may challenge your decisions. Not your problem.
Right.
You make the decision.
Yeah.
They're along for the ride. And that's, who presented this? I have to ask my wife.
Oh.
Was it Richard Cooper?
Baby, I don't remember. I'm sorry.
But asking your wife is not a good habit to get into.
No.
Under any circumstances whatsoever, be it financial, personal, scheduling, that sort of thing. The only time I see men genuinely say I need to let my wife know is when it's kids scheduling stuff.
Sure.
Like you get a parent that'll come up to you and go, hey, can Johnny come over? I need to find out with my wife because I don't know what Johnny's schedule is.
Yeah. Exactly.
But the structure of, in the mental process of, I need to ask my wife, especially for financial decisions, is bad programming.
Yes.
It's a bad habit to get into.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden, even when you're in an environment that you don't necessarily have to ask your wife, you're not making decisions.
You're just not.
You're questioning your own decision-making capability.
Yeah. It really halts everything.
Exactly. It's never a good idea. And a lot of people, especially with financial, because what we always suggest is know what your parameters are.
Yeah.
And you need to have some leeway, especially if you're the main breadwinner, because it's your money.
Yeah.
Girls like to think your money is their money, but their money is their money.
Then the money that they make on their little side hustle, their mom hustle, is their money.
Yeah, but I need to ask my wife is bad programming.
Yeah.
It makes you look weak in front of other men. It's not a good look.
The number of men that will actually utter this phrase to other men is dumbfounding to me.
Yeah.
I'm shook.
And what this came out of was Coastal Country Club.
That's it.
He said he was trying to get with his brother. He was like, hey, why don't we get together? So like on Saturday. The guy says, I need to ask my wife.
Yeah. What?
What? Yeah, that's not how you go
just
through.
rattled.
Yeah, that's not how you go through life.
Yeah.
You can't be asking your wife, can I go see my brother? You go, hey, I'm going to go see my brother, and it's Saturday.
Yeah.
At 2, and I'll be back Sunday.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how it works. Because you have to really look at the structure of like how men and women move through life. What you're doing, you always hear the guys go, find your purpose, your mission, blah, blah, blah. And a lot of guys are like, they're the manager at Del Taco. That's their mission.
Yeah.
But that's your mission. And so wherever you're going, you're like a train. You're moving down this track. You have a purpose. You have a direction. And she can get on. And if she doesn't like where you're going, she can get off. Because the train's going to keep moving. You can't stop that. And it's the momentum. And that's how you have to move through life as a man. And why women are an accompaniment. They can give, if you ask, they can give their feedback.
They'll give their feedback.
But generally, if it comes down to, can I go see my brother?
Gosh.
Can I buy a car? There's so many things. You don't have to ask your wife.
Yeah.
It's bad programming.
Well, think about even in the 50s for reference, men would go out and they would buy a car.
Oh, yeah.
And they would drive home and they'd honk out front and all the family would come running out and, Dad bought a car. Oh my God, Hank, you bought a car? This is gorgeous. Oh, thank you. It's backwards now. It is absolutely insane how backwards things have gotten in social dynamics.
Well, a man will pull up into his own driveway for a house that he's paid for, and she'll come out and say, "What did you do?"
Yeah.
We can't afford that in front of the neighbors. I mean, just like, now he's having to choke her out and throw her in the trunk. It's just insane.
It is.
You have to lead the way, because everybody always talks about wanting to go back to the 50s and 60s, but there was a social structure.
It's true.
And you wouldn't have heard my dad or MPB's dad going, I need to ask my wife.
No. I need to check with the missus.
I need to check. No, it was bad, and it would hurt you in business. It hurt you in your job.
It would hurt everything.
Yeah,
these are the happy wife, happy life guys.
Yeah, and as we know, but it's a bad habit to get into, and we always, I respect that. When you're married, of course, you can't kick her out easily, and there's certain parameters. But when it comes down to financial things, you have to have an upper limit, let's say no more than $10,000 or $20,000 that you won't purchase something. And if the purchase, let her know you're going to go do this.
Right.
Ahead of time. That way you don't have to walk in and go, I need to ask the wife.
Yeah.
Because it's bad programming, mentally.
It is. Mentally.
And it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
And it pushes you down the social ladder.
Yeah.
Men disrespect you immediately.
And you can't regain once a man disrespects you. You can't regain that respect.
No,
nothing you're gonna do.
So if you're never going to utter a phrase, let it be, I need to check with my wife.
That's right.
Strike it from your vocabulary.
That's right.
And anybody that does that immediately go, yeah, you don't really need to do that.
What if she says no?
What if she says no?
And make fun of it.
Yeah, and that's what I do now with guys, because you got to understand, guys that get in front of me, their health is in jeopardy, and they've reached out while they're still healthy enough to regain their condition. And that's what if she says no? What are you going to do then?
Yeah. I guess you might as well go all the way to the dialysis center now because you're going to need it. Go walk around, see how that feels.
You have to make the decisions. You have to make the big decisions. And you have to do it quite often with the information that you have. Because I think a lot of times when guys go, I need to ask my wife, they want to, what would you say, defer responsibility for the decision.
A lot of men are not really wanting to take responsibility for a whole heck of a lot anymore.
No, as little as possible.
Yeah.
So
you got to lead from the front.
Yep.
From the get-go.
And at the end of the day, you're responsible.
Yeah.
All right?
We want you to win.
Have a great day.
Bye.